Hey guys, hope everyone is fine. Normally you should be hearing my voice. Let me know if that's the case. Okay, cool. So how you guys been doing? We might wait like 5 minutes so that everybody is arriving. After everybody has arrived, then I can start going through the new content from this version. Markiplier Esperwen. We had this collab with Markiplier, but it was supposed to last for 6 months, so he's not in the game anymore. But we have new Espers, and the devs actually asked me if you guys like to have some other Esper in the Esper Union bar, so they can change it once in a while. Tom Esper. Well, we had this Easter egg, but I'm not sure I can make it into the game as an Esper anytime. Frenchy VTuber. Well, if you have a Marshall Frenchy template, then I can probably try to use that next time. Meta Matteo, Meta Jacob. We're gonna have some more Meta Esper in the future, like a few more, probably every 2 or 3 versions, I guess, because every time we have a Meta, he's or she's lasting for 2 versions at least. But yeah, we're definitely gonna have some more, and they're gonna make some epic or rare past Espers into legendary ones. Meta Monkey Boys. I think probably Meta Tangshen should be the earliest if we have to talk about the twins. But they're gonna be over Meta Espers before that. Meta Embla Fusche. From what I saw, it's not planned for in a recent future. New mythology when? Well, we're gonna talk about this in the video actually. Just be patient. Incas and Hindus. Thanks, Aurath, Dislyte. Feels good to be back doing the live streams. Like, it's gonna happen more in the future. It's just we're keeping the live stream for versions with more content, like not those filler versions. So that's why we're having one for Halloween. We're also gonna have one for Christmas normally. Should probably be around early December or something like this. Well, there is some music. I think you should be hearing it. No? Let me check. My playlist. Monitor and output. Well, I can hear it. You can't hear the music right now. That's strange. Well, let me try to fix this then. Dislyte playlist, monitor and output. So I've increased the volume right now. Still not. That's weird. Offset, it's active here. Pulse. I restarted the music, let me know if you can hear it. That's very sus. Mic auxiliary. Well, it's okay if it's not working right now. I'll try to fix it next time anyways. Let's start with new content then. Starting with the version preview, I guess. I'm not gonna sing. All right. As a source of yeah, that's weird actually. I can't hear the sound as well. Monitor only, output monitor off. Anyways, we're gonna do without the sound for these few videos, because it's not working properly this time for some reason. Okay, and then let's go through the Esper profile with Meta Alexa.
My ambitions. You just have to reach my level to see it. I'm just the right kind of dangerous. I don't need a blade to take your heart out. My smile can do it better.
Okay, so that's for the new content. Then we can go into details. Version preview. Okay. So in terms of new content, we're gonna have, as a new esper, we're gonna have Meta Alexa, which is Aphrodite. So if you wanna check her details better, then you can. Should be better. All right. So she's gonna be an Inferno legendary esper. Of course, it's a meta esper, so she's gonna be obtainable through the battle pass and through a dedicated pool. So she's a controller. What else? If you check her design, actually, she's based on the, what's it called? A famous painting from Venus, I think. Aphrodite, where she's naked into a shell, and that's where the tail, which is shell shaped, comes from. Yeah, Birth of Venus, exactly. That's the name of the painting. And the whip is made of hearts, because she's the goddess of love, obviously. Yeah, I know you guys commented about the the wriggling animation. Like the devs also kept this animation, same as what we had, I think, for her previous model. Yeah. In terms of designs, so the devs chose to release Meta Alexa because she's a female, she's not furry, and I think some of you guys complained we had too many furries in the past. So that's why they chose to also service other types of players who wanted to have some other kinds of esper. Input capture. Okay. All right. So that was for the esper introduction. We're going to talk about her a bit more, but later on, don't worry. So the new event is called Phantom Fest. As you can see, there are different events, so I can go into details. So the first, yeah, let me check. Yes, her event is Halloween based, the story event, I mean. So there is a candy house party, which is, I think we had that in the past. Then we got a Candy Clash. This Candy Clash is basically a trial against Mavis, because she's kind of Halloween themed. I think last year we had, was it last year? I remember we had a boss which was Archibald, and this time they chose Mavis. So the higher your score, the more rewards you unlocked. And the Halloween sign-in, this is basically to obtain some currency, so you gotta log in every day, get your currencies, and then you can use it in the golden God of Love crown pool. I think that's what it's called. So Alex has dedicated pool. And we have Gilded Shadows, so this one should contain Doomsday. It's a Doomsday Horizon event. So it will contain a memory rift, also Abyssal Trial. At least that's what the patch note says. We'll go into details also. He used to be Alexa's boss. Yeah. So this is the... I can go back a bit. It's the battle pass from Alexa, which will, as always, unlocked a dedicated avatar frame, then the name card, and some other rewards. There's also an animated avatar, I think, the Hurt one. Okay. In terms of Esper profile, we'll read through the patch notes in a moment. So you can check the Esper profile in detail.
I don't hide my ambitions. You just have to reach my level to see it. I'm just the right kind of dangerous. I don't need a blade to take your heart out. My smile can do it better.
So she got 3 different skills. So I can go through the different skills into details. So ability 1, the first skill is the Intimate Strike. She will deal damage to one enemy based on her attack, and she will inflict Charm. So Charm is actually a new kind of debuff, so that's why she's a controller. So at the start of the enemy turn, who's been inflicted with Charm, the carrier is forced to attack the caster, so he's forced to attack Alexa. And he will take a portion of the ability damage he or she deals to Alexa. So it's actually quite nice to have an Alexa with a lot of HP to make sure that she's surviving. And the more attack they deal to Alexa, the bigger, the higher damage they take. Which is quite cool. It's kind of a taunt, you could say, but with like damage reflected. And if they do not attack within this turn, then they take damage based on the caster's max HP. Which is why you want an Alexa with a lot of HP. Also, cool thing to note is that this damage ignores death, and it won't miss or crit. And then the effect's duration will be extended. So the second ability is called Lessened Dirge. It's actually a passive. It makes her immune to taunt and charm. So even if you're facing another Alexa, your Alexa won't be able to get charmed. It's supposed to work like this. Now, after taking hits or using Hollow Kiss, which is the third skill, it will increase the target's damage taken. And you can stack it within a limit, of course. And if Alexa is taking lethal damage, then she will dispel all debuffs and restore her max HP, and then drains teammates' HP to fully heal herself. And afterwards, she will dispel all buffs from all enemies, which is quite a powerful control ability. And she will deal damage based on Alexa's max health points. As always, it ignores deaths, it won't miss or it won't crit. And it will inflict charms on all enemies. So this one is, again, that's quite powerful. We'll see the resonance because it's even more interesting. The ability 3 is called Hollow Kiss. It makes Alexa inflict damage to all enemies based on her attack again, and inflict charms on all of them. And after you ascend it, it dispels all the buffs from the enemies. So I don't know if you have some question regarding those skills. Why is there already a new meta? There is a story for Meta Alexa. There's a Halloween, I think it's Halloween themed story. I can't tell too much about it, but it will also introduce the Esper, which will come after Meta Alexa's version, which will satisfy furries again. But don't worry, that's not going to be a lot of furries going on. So yeah, Alexa wants HP and attack, but I think she wants more HP than attack. She's not a fighter, so it's good to have some attack on her because you can deal damage on like ability 1 or ability 3. But what makes her more powerful is the charm effect, which is basically relying on her health points solely. No, we've talked with the devs, so don't worry. There will be still some furries once in a while, but they try to release non-furries espers as well. Can you give us a hint on which species the furry will be? If you are on our Discord server, I've already teased the next esper coming after this one. So if you want, you can check our Discord server. Just go through my messages and then you will find the said tease. Yeah, it's normal. The screen isn't changing. I mean, yeah, I could have changed the screen based on the skill, but anyways. Sorry. So yeah, Lucent Dirge is her passive. What we talked about. And the last one, which is Hollow Kiss with ultimate animation. There. Okay. So I guess we can go, yeah, if you want to check what her Divinate does. Level 30 she will gain more attack and more HP because that's what her kit is based on. And then tier 6 when we can check the patch notes. I guess that will be a bit better. I suppose you can see the whole, yeah, you should be able to see the whole screen. So in terms of resonance, then we have resonance 1, which is fire sealed. So this is mainly like increasing her basic attributes, attack, defense, health points. And then the effect will increase by 5% with each resonance stack that Alexa has activated. And when they mean Alexa, they mean the non-meta one. So it's also good to have Alexa fully resonated. I mean, you should have done that probably a long time ago since she's been released at the very beginning of the game. Or it's just a gentle reminder. Her second resonance is Lucent Dirge Morph 1, so it will change a bit Lucent Dirge skill and adding a new effect. So when an allied Esper is hit, there is a chance of inflicting charm on the attacker if they aren't already affected by charm. So let's say the enemy has an opponent, has an Esper who is not afflicted by Charm yet. If they attack your Esper, there is a chance that they are still going to be inflicted with Charm. And I suppose that in that case, this Charm is actually related to your own Esper. So let's say maybe if they attack an Esper which is not Alexa, then every time they attack this other Esper, they get damage based on your Esper's HP again. This will need to confirm, but I suppose Charm is actually related to the Esper attacked. That's how I understand it. Then Resonance 3 is a classic blessing, so basic attack, defense, and HP increase. Then Resonance 4, we have another morph for Lesson Dirge, which is adding another new effect. So teammates will take reduced final damage, which is quite cool. That makes them more resistant to the enemy's Esper, who is afflicted by Charm. So they take reduced final damage from Charm Carrier's abilities. So yeah, that's what I was saying. Resonance 5 is Aura. Base attack, base defense, and base HP increase again, plus 20%. And then Resonance 6, another morph, so another new effect for Lesson Dirge. When a Charm Carrier deals damage to the caster, they take an increased percentage of damage. So let's say the opponent Espers have high attack. When they attack you, they take even more damage, which is basically they are killing themselves, I guess. Depending on the HP they have and the attack they have, also they might be able to self-kill. So Meta Alexa, she can be drawn from the Love God's Crown pool. And it's worth to note that there's going to be a new Umbra Esper introduced in the next version after this one. So any question regarding this one? Are so pretty for Oli. Yes, Oli makes sense. Okay, so everybody's actually thinking that Meta Oli should pair. Okay. I'm not sure how OP will be the next Umbra. For this, I can't really tell yet because I didn't see the kit yet. I've only seen the design, which is quite cool. That's actually very different from what we've been used to, but I guess novelty is always good. And it is on the vibe of the new Umbra, pretty dark. And you should have, let me think. I don't know if you will be able to see him. Yeah, that's a he. If you will be able to see him in Alexa's stories in the first patch or the second patch. This we'll have to see. I'm officially not allowed to tell you what kind of animal is the next Umbra Esper. Considering your character's main character trait, don't treat me like a kid. Okay. There is a story in this patch. There's a story event. He's quite classy and dark, the next Umbra. Anyways, let's go through the rest of the patch notes. So Phantom Fest theme show. So there will be Candy House Party, Candy Clash, Pumpkin Ledger, Love God's Crown, Love God's Ballroom, and Doomsday Horizon. So Candy House Party, that's gonna be a candy house which will unlock during the event. Then Mr.'s candies will be sent daily based on its level. So the more material missions you complete, the more you can level up the candy house, and you will unlock then improved house appearances, candies, other rewards. And you can request candies from other espers, like from other players, basically. Then they can request some. You can send some candies to them, and that's how you level up your candy house. I think it's we've had this event in the past. Then we have Candy Clash. So Candy Clash, you need to gather different candies and enhance your desired event esper, craft a unique formation, and immerse yourself in the festive fun. So that's the trial where you have to fight Mavis, who will transform into a boss and who will challenge you and your formations. And the more you challenge him, the more you can get new candies, and those candies can be used to actually upgrade the esper from your formation. So there's a leaderboard for this one, and so there will be ranking rewards as well. Then you have Pumpkin Ledger. So that's the sign-in event where you have to log in every day. Then you can get the shell coins, which you can use in the Love God's Crown pool to get Alexa. So meta Alexa, meta Aphrodite. Then you got Love God's Crown, which is the that's the pool actually. Never mind. Which is a keepsake pool. So you need to obtain 8 keepsakes as always to get 1 copy of Alexa. If you're doing your dailies every time you collect currencies, you should be able to have, I guess, 1 or 2 copies at the end of the 2 patches. That's how it works. Then we have Love God's Ballroom, which is a battle pass for Meta Alexa, where you can get all kinds of rewards based on the pass. So the currencies for Meta Alexa, records, divinates, and so on. And then also there should be an avatar and a name card as well. And 1 divinate for Meta Alexa. And the final part of this event is Doomsday Horizon Gilded Shadows. So we've had Doomsday Horizon in the past, but it's quite similar. There should be Abyssal Trials and Memory Rift in this mode. So Memory Rift, that's the classical trial where you have to reach the 60th floor, and then you get rewards based on each floor. And Abyssal Trials, then that's the actual trial we used to have. In terms of banners, so for this patch, during phase 1, so the first week, we're going to have Chuya and Fushe. Phase 2 is going to be Farah and Valeria. And phase 3 is going to be Indisar and Ethan. Yeah, there's going to be loyalty chests in this event. So I guess that's good news for the ones who were waiting for this to happen. A new decoration on the game screen. That's a good question. I haven't seen the UI for this version. Meta Moroyama, I don't think it's gonna happen soon because well, he's a Shimmer and Shimmer is quite already OP. Moroyama is OP, so it's complicated to do a meta of a meta Esper actually. Okay, and we have two other events, which are Celebration Collection. So you gotta have to challenge Ritual Miracle, Sonic Miracle, Desolate Lands, and Sonic Rift, so all the PvE gameplay to get Bazaar stamps, which you can use to redeem prizes. And then we have Endless Nightmare. So Endless Nightmare, it used to be the event with Valeria, if I'm not wrong, where you have to obtain torches of will by doing PvE gameplay, and then you can use those torches to advance inside the different levels. And in terms of other updates, we have Beatbout team improvements. So we added a button to quickly swap between Team 1 and Team 2. That's something I mentioned also in the past meeting with the devs, because it's very it's very tedious when you have to switch the team with the Espers one by one. So I think like if you use two teams, which are your main teams, then it's easier to swap the teams directly, and it will take much less time. So I think that's quite a nice quality of life improvement. Then we have battle preparation screen improvements. So there's also a one-click option to apply your previous formation and change an Esper's preset equipment in the battle preparation screen. So it's also, this one is aiming at making you spend less time doing that manually. And then we have a skin shop update. So Xerneas, I know I mentioned you a lot in the different live stream I did, but this one is also for you. So you've asked me for Anesidora, Weekend's Eve, and Sheuge Underworld official skins, and so they will be added to the skin shop. So now you can redeem them directly if you didn't manage to redeem or purchase them. I think Anesidora was actually a purchasable skin in the past. Tai skin, not yet. That's it for the patch notes. Don't know if you have any questions. I'll be checking with you. Blitz all 18 Sentinel tickets, once button one. I think there is no Blitz for all 18 Sentinel hunts because you're supposed to be challenging them daily or so. I can ask for that actually. That can be a thing, like if you're not doing your bosses every day, then you can use a Blitz and collect all of them, I guess. Will we ever get access to the Chinese models of intro characters? You're not supposed to, so I'm not sure. As for new paid skins, then you will have some in the future. Not before December, it should be next year. But there will be one at least in the first semester next year. All right. I guess we can display a gift code first because you've been staying up to now. It's already like 45 minutes. So let yourself have a gift code. All right. Then there's a new event for artists. So we can go into details. Let me check if there is any new questions in between. Well, we have new shimmer in the end of this year. I don't think so. There is like 2 more months. And I don't think we're gonna have a new shimmer before the end of the year. Probably by next year. I can ask about that PvP questions, like refreshing all the accounts, which still appear in the rankings or PvP content. Yes, Fox, there is a new Pantheon. I'm keeping this for the last part, which is the question, but we're going to talk about this as well. Anyways, new art contest. So in terms of contests, the theme is obviously Halloween this time. So all you gotta do is draw your favorite espers celebrating Halloween. So we'll talk into details about what is celebrating Halloween. So the different options that you have. It's pretty wide, so don't worry. And this time we've prepared a brand new limited Dislyte 4 mug set and Nexus crystals. So this 4 mug set is also Halloween themed. The event period is, the submission period is October 14, so starting from today, a few hours ago, 2 hours ago, up to November 13, about the same time, 6 a.m. UTC. Then after reviewing, the winners will be announced on November 22nd at 7 a.m. UTC. In terms of prize, then you have the first prize for 1 winner. Yeah, actually the numbers are wrong. It should be 1 winner, 3 winner, and 5 winner. So there's like a total of 9. I'm gonna modify this in a moment after the live. So first winner, there is one of them, Dislyte 4 mug set, then 10,000 Nexus crystals. Then we got second prize for 3 winners. We have also a set of mugs and 7,000 Nexus crystals. And for the third prize, it's 5 winners, which will win a Dislyte 4 mug set, 500 Nexus crystals. And then the participation prize is 300 Nexus crystals as always. So if you want to check the design, we can have a look together. So I'm pausing right now so that you can check the design a bit more into details. So the blue mugs will have Oli and Drew on each side. There's also a Dislyte logo on under each of the mugs. Second one is Pandora, well, Anesidora with her Weekend Eve skin, and Freddy with his Halloween skin. And the pink one should be Tyrell and Yalina, yeah. And there are some spiders elements on the cups. And then the yellow one will be Mavis and Archibald because they're, well, I guess they're pretty Halloween themed in terms of Esper. With their like kind of ghost pets. So each set actually contains the 4 different mugs. because I was thinking that it's going to be complicated for you guys to choose between the different cups, because I think they're all quite nice in terms of design. And the ID is actually by Fleur, so if you want, afterwards you can check his channel. Their channel. I'll assume I don't know their gender. Anyways, in terms of rules, when you have to draw your favorite espers, esper or espers plural celebrating Halloween. So that is them doing some Halloween related activities. So for example, carving a pumpkin, wearing a costume. So if I know you guys wanted monster, so they can also wear a monster costume if you want. Trick or treating, scaring people off. I was thinking probably the Xie twins, then they can do like prank to scare people off. But I mean, you got full creativity on this one. As always, you don't necessarily have to include backgrounds, but it's always nice if you have time and patience to make them. You can do either digital or traditional. There is no limit to the number of pieces you can submit, but I'll only pick one for the reward, obviously. You can choose which social platform you want to post or submit your artwork. And you have to fill the registration form below by clicking the Join the Event button down there. We encourage you to share your work on X and Instagram, so that usually, as you know, I always try to repost quite a lot of fan art from the community on those socials. And using the Dislyte and Dislyte Halloween hashtags, because that's making it easier for everybody to find those entries. So if you post before or after the submission period, obviously your submission will be deemed invalid. Once you submit your entry, you're assumed to give your tacit consent for us to use it reasonably, so no commercial use, as you know. And we will also credit you when we use them. You can't plagiarize, you can't do misappropriation or use AI as always. Otherwise, your submission will be considered invalid and you will be disqualified. And I will be assessing your entries comprehensively based on the creativity, uniqueness, and completeness. And we will award prizes correspondingly. Then, of course, we reserve a right to a final interpretation of this event. You can find reference sheets and expression sheets by clicking on those two buttons. After the live stream, I'll be uploading Meta, Alexa, new reference materials. So you can check if you want to use her. I think she's quite a nice material for Halloween, even though her new outfit is not exactly spooky, but she still looks good. And yeah, afterwards, once you get your entry ready, you can submit it through the form by clicking this button. Regarding socials, are we allowed to use sites like Blue Sky? Yes. Or the Dislyte Discord? Yes. Both of them are fine, because both me and the rest of the players of the community have access to it anytime. As long as it's not private, then that's fine. So if you want to publish it on Blue Sky, on Tumblr, those platforms are okay as long as I can access it. What else? Are you guys gonna add more skins in the skins shop? Well, when we get more skins, then yes. Eventually we will. Are the devs planning to make more trailers for the game like the animated one? If you mean like the ones who are 10 minutes long, probably not, because it's long. It takes quite some time and it's very, very expensive. But we will have some trailers as well in the future. Every time we have like one big event, like anniversary, summer version, usually we have was animated trailers, like the 2D ones somehow. Yes, as Junior said, I have already answered this question last live stream, but I mean, probably some people weren't there last time, so it's fine. I can still answer this question again. Christmas event, yes, we will have a bit of information. Speaking of which, let's go through the giveaway first then. So if you guys like those mugs, there is also another way to get your hands on them, and it's pretty easy. So all you gotta do is, in order to have a chance to win those 4 mugs, you have to leave your UID and a new mythology, the new pantheon you think will be introduced at the end of the year in the comments after the live stream is over, before October 21. So that's in a week or so. 6 AM UTC as always. As an example, you can leave, for example, UID 12345 or whatever your UID is. I think we will get experts from the Brazilian mythology or in Indian mythology, whatever you think will get it. I personally don't know yet which mythology we'll have. I'm just telling you because I haven't asked yet. But we're definitely gonna have a new one, a new pantheon. So it's after the live stream is over. You can comment right now. After the live stream is over, the replay of this live stream will be available on our channel. And then all you got to do is just leave a comment with those different information. So now let's tackle the different questions and some info the devs have agreed to have me release. So let me find that. Okay, so we were talking about the new pantheon. We will have a new pantheon, so by the end of this year, that means not only one Esper, but probably several Espers from one or several pantheon. I think for now it's going to be one pantheon, but eventually in the future we got more and more as we run out of Espers from the different mythologies we already have. Next, Celestial Anomaly. Somebody has been asking about this. So season 4, if I'm correct, it's gonna be around March next year, and it's gonna be the Greek mythology. So I suppose we'll have new Greek Espers and probably some meta Espers from the Greek pantheon. And then season 5, I don't know the exact time yet. I mean, it's in the schedule, but it can always change. So I won't give a very precise date. But it's going to be the last pantheon from the 4 original pantheon we had in the game. So probably Norse. Should be. Season 5. Meta Freddy. It could be nice if we had a Meta Freddy for Christmas, right? I really hope we can have one for Christmas. We'll see. Next question about Christmas version. So at the end of this year, we'll have a large number of freebies. So what does that mean? That's a bit vague, but I know that we're gonna have Shimmer Reverb by the end of this year. So I suppose it's gonna be around Christmas version or the version after that. But it's definitely coming back. Because as people know, we've talked about this in the previous lives, the Shimmer Reverb should be held twice a year. That's the promise from the dev. So it's definitely going to be before the end of this year, the end of 2025. Yeah, I agree. Meta Freddy would actually be the best Christmas gift. And I'm curious what kind of design the devs could come up with. So about Cozy Claw, I mentioned this in the past on Discord for the members who are on our Discord server. So the devs think the Cozy Claw event last time was not, like, it didn't achieve the result they wanted, and they're thinking about some ways to improve it. So I don't know when we will see this event again, or if we will see it under another form, but that's something the devs are considering at the moment. Any balancing of perma events? That I don't know. I know that usually the devs once in a while when they think some events are let's say are a bit boring or they need adjusting, then they will do this. For example, when we get PvE bosses, if they're too easy, then they will increase difficulties, they'll add new stages and so on. So yeah, more floors basically. I hope the devs release a set of Chinese espers for Chinese New Year. I think they've been doing this until now, but this year I could check actually whether that's the case. Chinese New Year next year is going to be in February, I think. Something like this. Yeah, we could potentially have one. I can't tell yet, but let's say it's likely. We'll see. When it comes to event stories, where do the devs plan to focus on? I probably need more context. If you mean Esper event stories or like main story. I mentioned the boss rush gameplay ID to the devs. So I hope we can have that in the future, but I really can't promise anything because, well, I haven't been told yet about this. One Furry Shimmer and Furry Umbra. Well, Furry Umbra will definitely have some. Furry Shimmer, don't we have one? Yeah, probably not yet, I guess. As for the JV towel, I am not allowed to sell it actually because the design has been made by an artist from the community. So that's a deal we have. I can't sell it, but I can use it design new merch in order to make new merch for you guys. Oh yeah, Tivor is actually a furry esper. That's right, furry shimmer. Will Eidolon be playable in the future? I can't say. I think those are pretty much NPCs for now. Next Umbra Rose, I'm not sure for now. I don't want to say something which could be wrong. From the look of it, it looks like it could be a fighter, but this is not a confirmed info. It's just my my own appreciation. Since Metatang twins. For the balance, that's the same as always, just like it happens once in a while. Like there is no actual schedule for this, just like when the devs feel some espers have fallen to the point that we are basically benching them, they try to come up with some balance which make them usable again. But in the meantime, they have to make them relevant again, make them strong enough, but like not too strong. So it's really hard to say when it's going to be the next time we're going to have those balance patch. Nocturne Echo. Nocturne Echo is the Umbra one, right? For now, they haven't decided to change it. They always go through rounds of observation and check whether it's a good idea to keep it that way, or they have to make some adjustments, rework the whole pool. So for now, there is no news about this. Will we have new element after Umbra? I would say not in a recent future, that's for sure. But I guess in the future, maybe we'll have some when the devs come up with some new ideas, obviously. Somebody's saying buff Tyrell first, but I think she's already quite powerful. Like she's been used in a lot of PvP formations, as I can tell. And when you reach Resonance 6, then she's already quite powerful. So I'm not really sure that she actually needs buff, I mean, compared to other espers. About the content that can make the older esper OP, they try to do this. I don't know if you noted this. During some events, there are some espers that they recommend you to use, and when you use them, like they have some buffs. I think that's what they try to do to make them relevant again. Like they're not relevant in PvP, that's for sure, but at least in those specific gameplay, that's what they're trying to do. That's a way to do things. I mean, it's not as interesting as doing a real balance, like a real adjustment. But that's still something, I guess. Yes, the meta espers are kind of a different element somehow. They still are the same element technically, but they have a different logo because they're supposed to be even more powerful. Just like in between the regular elements and Shimmer. At least that's how they are ranked somehow. Is the Kardashian collaboration true? I don't know. I don't know what you mean by this. I haven't seen anything like that. I don't actually think that's true. So what about a new way of improving our Esper? I talked about a few updates ago. So this one is actually coming. It should come very soon. I don't know if it's in this version or the next one. But devs are still working on it to make it a bit more mature, I would say. A bit better, because they weren't satisfied about their first choice. But it's definitely coming. I'll not answer this this question, Mr. or Mrs. Bug Game. Thank you. I'm not trying to replicate the DJ setup, but it actually looks good, I think. Maybe in the future I'll come up with a new background for this live stream, something animated still, but a bit different. I think this one looks cool. It looks clean for now. I was thinking maybe I could try some Halloween background for this live stream, but I didn't find anything that would please me yet. Well, I might do something maybe for anniversary next year, probably. If you guys think it's interesting, I can try to do some specific Dislyte clothes, like a suit jacket or something, maybe with patterns from Dislyte. We'll see. An ad section where we could earn records or Nexus Crystal by watching videos. That's not the way the game is monetized. I know what you mean. Like, you mean those casual games, like the ones you can find on every app stores, where you can watch videos to earn currencies or stamina or whatever. That's not something we plan to do now. I think that's not very fitting of a gacha game. I haven't seen any other gacha do this somehow. Would the devs ever make a skin contest? I can ask this. I can ask probably. I know what's the next skin gonna be. I can't tell you, but it's already done pretty much. But I can ask if they can try, like, if we can try to hold an event for skin making, and then they can pick a skin. But I think that would require to choose a specific Esper, because otherwise it's going to be a bit wide. I'm not sure exactly, but I can still discuss with them. Like, if you guys, artists out there, think it's going to be an interesting event, then that's totally feasible if they agree on this idea. It's just we have to do it way in advance, because from what I know, it takes up to 6 months. I think I've been talking about this in the past, but it takes about 6 months to make a skin, a full skin, like starting from the design, then the 2D sprite, up to the 3D models and animations. What else we have? Yes, the devs love you, and I love you too. Anyways, Freddy Glasses merch would be peak. I suppose this could be doable, actually. I know we can do like some weird shapes for sunglasses, so I guess we could do something like this. Problem is that whenever we do like furry-oriented merch, other people who are not interested in furry complain about it. That's what happened for the summer merch event. So I'm trying to do events with merch who can appeal to more players. Hope you guys can understand. Do we know why Bond Tails was removed from the atlas? I don't know about that, but I can probably ask about it. Skin contest. Alright. I'm taking note in the meantime. Bounty stories and Bond Tails. About the bounty stories, I've already mentioned that. Like I've told them that in addition to new espers every version, to new event stories, then it's also good if we can have some more main story content, as well as those bounties. I think those bounties are like not very complicated. It's just we have to write some stories for each of them. Then it's just the classic sprite animation. So that's not something very complicated. It's just there needs to be somebody who focused on that specific task. But yeah, I've talked about them. I've talked about that with them. Summer event, let's say, was not very to my liking. The story seemed to be taken from Wattpad. I mean, this summer event, I think it pleased a lot of people because that's kind of the dating simulation, like dating simulator. But I can get that some of you don't like this kind of event. I mean, it's very personal after all. Yeah, haters gonna hate. That's how it is. Can I say something in French? Baguette, baguette, oui, oui. Suppose that's what we expected. Yeah, as I said, like some people would think this event caters to them, so it really depends on everybody's preference. All right. I'm not gonna say this sentence. I want my tricky show more. Well, tricky shows at times, like in the black market event. But I told them that the dating simulator was actually a good idea because we could have some more lore, which is actually quite cool. It's also based on like their actual profiles preference, so I think that's quite nice. I assume Bontails was going to be the dating sim. Not really. Bontails, I think it's just like interpersonal stories between different espers who are somehow related, like brothers, let's say teacher, students, this kind of thing. Well, it's just my own perception of what a Bontail is supposed to be. Will we meet more Eidolon in the future? I guess it depends on the event stories. I would like to have more Eidolons, maybe in the different celestial anomalies. I can probably tell the devs about this. Like, I'm not sure whether they can make it for season 4, maybe season 5. It depends how early they start working on this. S4 or S5. More Eidolon Royal lore mentions in new event. I don't know that yet. Will we get a new villainous group in the story? I suppose in the future version we will have some of that. I mean, what I can see coming, although I could be wrong, is like we're having a new pantheon. So if we're having a new pantheon, that means I suppose they will come up with a story for them. So probably a new group as well. Like for example, what they did for the Japanese Esper, I think like Yamato, Urime, Moroyama, like they did a new group because they were all from the same pantheon. It's just my idea of the thing. I suppose every time we have a new pantheon, they'll try to find some good way to introduce them. Yeah, the opening animation of Summer Patch was great. I know in terms of devs perspective, there are 2 big versions every year where we're gonna have the most stuff out of are gonna be usually the anniversary because it's a time of celebration, and the summer version because it's a good time just to have like some new skins, some different kind of atmosphere. So that's why they try to come up with like really nice trailers around this time. Will they acknowledge other faction? Like, if you mean outside of Esper Union, Wanderer, and Shadow Decree? We have some other factions. It's just like they're not made very official in the profile, but otherwise we have some. So which of the 2 main stories can overall? That I can't tell. I mean, to be frank, I liked the first story more. I think it made quite a lot of sense. But the second one, they came with, well, the second story with a main character, with the MC, because they wanted to do some more, how can I say that? In-depth immersion. Like they wanted you to immerse into the game by making you feel like you're part of the game, and that's why they introduced the MC. But I know like some people think the story is not necessarily coherent. Some people don't like it. Some people like it. So, I mean, it's really up to everybody's preference in the end. Yeah, I've talked about adding chapters to the main story. That's something I told devs about. Now, whether and when this can happen, that's another question. but they are aware that we are starving for like new lore content as well. Kronos, so yes, you mentioned Brain. Yes, you will see her again at some point in the future. I can't be too precise, but yes. Amaterasu or Demeter soon. Well, we're gonna have some espers from existing mythologies, existing pantheon in the future anyways, so eventually at some point we'll have, I think Amaterasu is actually pretty famous compared to the two others, so eventually we could be having them in the future. I don't know yet. MetaQ Patrons game. I think MetaQ would be cool, but I don't know. I don't know whether it's very likely. We'll see. We can push for the ID anyways. World map of Dislyte ever gonna be made? I've told them about. I know that we will probably have the how we called it, the roadmap by the end of this year. I guess I can do either a video or a live stream about it. Maybe I can try to combine, if the devs can provide stuff in advance, I can try to combine the Christmas version live stream with the roadmap, or do it separately in like in a video or something. But as for the world map, I don't know. As in here. Okay, so search key is actually as in. Okay. Never mind. Okay, I think I can ask for a name card shop if you want. Name card shop eventually. Alright. I think we've tackled pretty much every question so far, at least the one I can answer. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all. Like Shane Mover in the game, it's not the case yet. Well, yeah, anyways. All right. That's gonna be all for today then. I'll see you in the next video and live stream probably around Christmas then. I'll think about the Kardashian collab. As a joke, but I'll think about it. Anyways, so see you next time, and well, have fun in the game. Bye.